That makes me feel
All right. So good morning, everyone. I'm here today with Jim Addison and Brad Addison. Is that correct?
Sturmer, Red Sturmer.
Oh, Sturman, you're different. Okay. See, right,
Okay.
we're gonna
Brother-in-laws. Yeah.
brother-in-law. Got it. Okay. So these two gentlemen wrote a book, um, which I find very intriguing because it's a collaboration between brother-in-laws. And how the heck does that happen? So who wants to start?
doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
First, we want to thank you, Donna, for having us on today and getting a chance to talk about our book. This is something we've kind of kicked around for a little while, and we've, alongside our awesome team at Winskill, have made a lot of changes in literacy, and we're excited to see the growth that has been made with our students. And we've just kicked around the idea, like, man, it'd be so cool if we could write a book and help more people, help others. And so yeah, it's there's a little more to that story, but I don't know, Brad, there's some things.
Yeah, it was quite the journey. I mean, we've 5 years together with obviously a great team at our school, and we made some very positive changes with regards to literacy instruction and following the lines of science of reading. And our relationship, brother-in-laws, close friends, in the work environment. I was the leader of a building that needed some help, and I'm a math guy, so that's my background, high school mathematics. And so when I came down, I didn't know what uh, phonics meant, phonemic awareness meant, all of that stuff. And I know how to lead, and I knew math. And this guy here is a literacy savant. So like when I saw that we needed some help with regards to with our, looking at our data, Jim was the guy. So like it was a really awesome, relationship with us too, and of course branched out to many other people in our school. So after the journey was, not complete, of course, but we've made some great strides. It's like we should maybe write about this, like let's maybe we want, because we're all about helping others, love serving, caring for others, and like how can we help others? Well, maybe writing a book. And we thought about like just like telling our story, and ultimately we were on spring break down in Galveston, Texas, and some ideas started coming to us while we were running on the beach. And that's a long story. Won't get into that, but we ended up coming up with the idea of this parable, a foundation worth building, that we're really excited about.
So tell us the name of your book.
So the book is called A Foundation Worth Building.
Okay.
And like Brad was alluding to, it's very different than a typical maybe style of book that you would read for science of reading knowledge. This is more geared towards educational leader or a principal in a building who maybe they're seeing that their systems and structures in place are fairly weak, or the literacy data they're getting is not where it needs to be, and like where to start. This book kind of goes through a journey of David, the building principal, and Anna, the sort of the literacy specialist, how they kind of work together to build that system and structure in their school, with the analogy of building a house foundation. So a foundation of literacy connected to a foundation to a house.
Yeah, and I have a concrete background, so that that was part of, like, I used to work concrete with my dad during the summers. So it's a really weird tie, right? But except for the foundational aspect of it, and we really enjoy parables for multiple reasons. And so like it just kind of started coming to us through some visions, some thoughts, and how it came together was very beautiful. And in a story that will help, that was the purpose of the book, to help others. We feel like it'll help others, but it'll also be an entertaining story. So it's not like only if you're into early literacy and science of reading that you'd enjoy this book. I think anybody would enjoy the read, but definitely the person or people, educational leaders, that hopefully we can get this in their hands and they read it and pick up things. And it's a lot about climate culture, and so it's not just about early lit. That's where it all starts, culture first always. And I guess don't want to give up too much of the book here. So that hopefully we're answering your questions there.
So it is a fictional book in a sense, but it's not, because it's really a reflection, I think, on Brad's journey. Am I right? And Jim, you as well, because I remember meeting you virtually several years ago, and I think you were kind of starting on this journey. And just for way of reference, both Brad and Jim live in Wisconsin, and Wisconsin is going through some transitions right now with legislatively, and have some laws that they have to adhere to now, and that's going to be a big cross to bear, I guess, for some school districts, if you want to say that. But it sounds, Brad, like you are well on your way to getting down the right path for where you need to be. And Jim, you in your new position as well. So, that's all good. But there's so many folks out there who don't know which way to turn, and especially instructional leaders as well as administrative leaders. That's a big challenge for them. And so for both of you to put this book together, I think it's going to serve multiple purposes for your audience. So is there anything else you want to share about your book?
Well, you mentioned that law. There's so many timely things that happened with regards to writing this book and when it came out. And I would say we, as a school down here in Southwest Wisconsin, Winskill Elementary School, are definitely ahead of things like Act 20. We feel like we're in a really good spot with a lot of room for growth. Of course, we're just ahead of the curve. So it was really nice to be able to collaboratively with Jim put this book together for people that are unfortunately behind the curve, that need the help and that just aren't in the position that we are fortunately in. So yeah, definitely a humbling experience, this whole thing. And hopefully, I remember early stages of putting this book together. Jim had mentioned, like what's the goal? We were talking to the team of writers that was helping us get it off the ground. And the goal is, if it helps one school, then it's worth the cause. But obviously it helps more than that. But so
that was going to be my last question. What's your goal? And I'm really excited for the two of you to see where this will lead you. Because I think as instructional leaders, you have the potential to lead a lot of people that are searching for the answers. And because Brad, it sounds like you've walked the walk, and Jim has definitely done that as well. And I think it's going to be great that you can share your experiences with others and helpfully guide them, with your knowledge and wisdom that you've gone through this process. So we are anxious to see where this book will lead others, and hopefully the word gets out and that it hits #1 on Amazon. Wouldn't that be great?
That'd be great. couple shout outs too, maybe before we wrap up. We worked with Streamline Publishing or Streamline Books, and so that was just a great experience working alongside some great publishers and editors, and so we appreciate them. And just a huge shout out, of course, to the Winskill staff. And although we helped, lead some changes, obviously it's the teachers and everybody that makes up a school in the trenches that helps to lead these changes.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Thank you for those shout outs. That's awesome. All right, gentlemen, have a great day. Thanks for meeting with me today. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Donna.
All right.